Hello, everyone, wherever you're in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. So, without any further ado, this is the Godhead book's preface. My book on the Godhead that I'm in the process of writing. This is the preface for that book, and it's talking about the origin of the Trinity into the Christian faith. So without any further ado, here we go. Just 2 decades after Christ's death, Apostle Paul talked about how he had to deal with false doctrine and brothers who had infiltrated the church. And you can see that in Galatians 1 verse 6 and 2 Corinthians 11 verse 13 and verse 26. In the late 1st century, false ministers were excommunicating true Christians from the church. True servants of God became marginalized and scattered among the false Christians. False Christians were the majority, and they propagated a different religion from the original, incorporating pagan concepts and practices. This mutated church grew in power and influence and would eventually dominate the Roman Empire just within a few centuries. By the 2nd century, the true church was scattered because of Roman persecution and persecution from the false church. This is when the doctrine of the Trinity settled in. After Christ's death and resurrection, in the few centuries following, questions about the nature of Christ, whether he was a man, was he God, was he God appearing as a man, was he an illusion, was he a mere man who became God, was he created by God the Father, or did he exist eternally with the Father? All of these different beliefs replaced the teachings of Jesus and the apostles. All this because the true church had been driven underground as the minority. Disputes between false ministers with other false ministers were happening, causing the Emperor Constantine to convene the Council of Nicaea. In 325 AD, the Council of Nicaea convened, and Anthony's belief on the nature of God and Arius' belief on the nature of God were both the minority at the Council of Nicaea, but after they rejected Arius' belief, there wasn't another belief to choose. So Athanasius' belief won by default, and still a lot of blood was shed in the following years to get the creed they drafted to stick. The doctrine of the Trinity is a heresy. In 381 AD, the Council of Constantinople convened. 3 bishops continued the argument on the nature of God, which wasn't resolved at the Council of Nicaea. But one of the bishops fell ill and was replaced by Theodosius. Theodosius wasn't even a Christian, nor did he understand the doctrines, but he was the one who finished putting in the doctrine of the Trinity in the creed. The creed itself is heretical. The Trinity is a stronghold formed through years of killing Christians who opposed it, considering Christians who didn't believe in the Trinity as not part of the church and heretics. The Trinity is and always has been a damnable doctrine. And that's all I have for today. And if you like this, I'll have links for, and you want to see this message going out to the masses, promoted to the masses, and advertised to the masses without any pushback or without any things from getting it done, you can donate, and I'll have my donate links in the bio. And subscribe. Catch you on the next video.